Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to our crazy farming simulator series. Decisions. Do I go for cake or do I go for donuts? This is a big decision. This really is. I'm going to activate all three donut ones. Now, I think previously I had a slight mistake with the donut one in that they weren't sort of exclusive from each other, but they should be now. I think I've fixed that. Right, you are cat donut production in there. Excellent. So I will take 7,600 litres of eggs and I will drop them in there. And we should now be able to start making donuts. Right. So they should now all be able to produce, and then I got a little bit of food here, so that's what I'm going to go and get next, is the food that's in these greenhouses. Currently hoofing it down with the rain. I need to go forward one more month, and then we will be able to plant our corn. Let me start loading this one up. There's all this barley in here. Look at that. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful, that is. That is a thing of beauty. 21,000 litres of barley. Now, this isn't a huge amount, but it's enough to keep my chickens ticking over until the barley harvest is ready to bring in. So I'm going to bring this over here like this, and that is just going to start emptying out there like that. And then as soon as we have tipped out all of the barley that we've got on this trailer, how far forward I can go? Can I get all of them? Yep, there we go. Right. 21,000 litres in there. That's going to keep them happy for a little while. We can then go and take this trailer out of the way. Is there anything else that I want to do? Oh, yes, there is one thing that I want to do. I need to go to the ketchup down here, and we want to activate the ketchup because we're getting tomatoes coming in here now, so we want to actually start making ketchup. We're not making mayonnaise because the eggs, currently I don't have enough eggs to go around everything, so I'm just having to kind of wait for a little bit. But there will be. There will be enough eggs. We just need to wait. Just have a little bit of patience and everything will be fine. All tickety-boo. I need to go forward another day and then we'll be able to start planting up in the top field. The only issue with planting in the top field is I need a planter and I don't currently have one. So I'm going to have to pay for that. Right. But that won't be an issue. I have just the planter lined up. It's the one that we used last time. Vehicle leasing costs of 14,000. And then there was a loan and a few other bits and pieces. So it is April now and the grass is starting to grow. And grow very nicely. I have 100,000 litres of milk in this thing. So we're going to overload a bit into this factory. There's not much point in me trying to put milk anywhere else because we just can't put it in anywhere. I'm using up a little bit of milk in places. If we go and have a look there, I'm down 1,500 litres. If I go and have a look in the donuts, I've started using it a little bit. I'm down 3,000 litres in there. It's not a lot though, is it? It really isn't very much. And that's about it, really. Mineral feed. What am I missing in mineral feed? What am I missing? Got the sugar beet. So soybeans. I have no soybeans here. Right. Well, we should soon get soybeans. Am I growing soybeans? I was thinking I wanted corn. I actually need soybeans. Don't I have to grow soybeans? If I don't grow soybeans, I'm not going to have any here. And I don't have any of those growing in the greenhouses. Because that's the Kharif crops. Corn, beans, cotton. And I didn't want to be growing cotton in these greenhouses. Which means I need beans. I absolutely have to grow beans. I was going to grow corn so that I could start doing cereal here. But unless I have soybeans, we are up the creek without a paddle. And we don't want to be up that creek. It's not a good creek to be up. And I got 25,000 litres of grain there for the chickens. And they're producing eggs. They're doing just fine. I've got 1.3 million litres of food in for the cows. I've got 106,000 litres of milk. But I can't actually put it anywhere. Because I've been through and nothing's empty. Nothing's demanding milk. So I haven't got anywhere to put that until we get the 1.5 million to upgrade. And then I definitely need beans. Right? We're going to struggle. If I don't get some soybeans, we won't be able to make the mineral feed. I've only got 800 litres of mineral feed and 400,000 litres of this, which means that we don't have enough to feed our cows, not at the moment, and they need 2.2 million litres per year, and we got 1.3 million at the moment. So, almost got enough, but I don't have enough right now, and I need soybeans. So, it's got to be soybeans. We have no choice in that. I thought I was going to be able to do corn. I can plant soybeans today. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to leave the rest of the animals. We're going to go straight to this one. We're going to go... Gee, let's just get us up to the dealership, and we'll deal with that. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is... I'm going to get the soybeans planted, and then that's everything ready. And next month... we move into harvest stages. So we'll be harvesting grass to start with in May, and then there'll be other crops that will follow soon after, and that's kind of the stages that we'll be working on. And I'm hoping that we'll also be able to get some more land, but kind of like I think actually we'll want to try and get the millions together, the 1.5 million, to be able to upgrade the milk. And that's going to need to be our main focus, is working towards that. So it seems like it would be a good position to stop, to take our break. And yes, I'm well aware that some of you who are watching this series may not be very happy about my decision to do this. And I'm not entirely thrilled that this decision is kind of like being pushed towards me either. But this is how it is. This is just how it is. Sometimes we have to do these things. And I'm going to go... What about doing it all with this? No, I don't really like that. Okay, that is a weird colour. Let's find another. We'll go with a bright red, maybe? Ultramarine blue. And a bit of pink. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Okay, I'm loving this. Lease 138,000 just to plant one small field beans. Seems worth every penny, I'm sure of it. Absolutely worth every penny. Maybe not quite every penny, but we haven't really got a lot of choice in this. We need to be able to plant this stuff, and I can't afford the £2 million price tag. €2 million price tag, I should say. Whichever price tag, I can't afford it, so we're going to have to do it this way. And then I can grab you, and we just basically hang you up above there until I find the right position to put it in, and then I do that. And I'm not sure if this is faster to hang it up above, or if it's faster... I think you've got to take the cover off for that to work, so let's dump you down here. I'll put you there, and then I'll go over to this one, and yeah, and then I can just pull it in this way instead of taking the cover off. The cover's already off! Maybe the cover went back on when I moved it. I don't know. Anyway, we have succeeded. We've got this in here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be enough. It might be, because we haven't got a huge field to go and plant. Sugarcane, sunflowers, soybeans. Right. Unfold. And then we can start planting soybeans here in this field. Right, just like that. That one will settle down. And then we can start doing our plantering. So we get this planted. We will then go and we will have a break from this series. And then if and when I come back to it, we will be coming back when we're ready to start a whole load of harvesting work, which will be mowing the grass and doing that ready for the cows, and then of course we'll be moving straight on with doing the other harvesting. These beans that we're planting now, they won't be ready to harvest until October, but shortly after we've done our grass harvest, we'll then be looking at the barley that we've gone and planted over the other side. And then I think after the barley, we then have the canola, which we've got planted there. That is canola, isn't it? Is it canola? It's canola. I'm sure that's canola. Just jump out and have a look over here. That is canola. Yes. Right. So we got barley and we got canola. They are all there in the fields and ready to roll. So once we've done all of those, then we'll roll on through and it will be time for harvesting these beans that we're putting in. And then after that, it will be time for, well, hopefully cashing in on a whole load of things, because we will have gotten our factories producing a whole load more. That will get us enough money that we can then get the 1.5 million upgrade for the bottled milk plant, which will work out very, very nicely. At least that's kind of like the outline of my plan for when we come back to doing this series. But that's if I come back to doing the talking, and yes, I am saying if. I mean, I'm hoping to at some point come back to doing these voice series, and if I do that, then this will be the first series that I will want to start up again, because I'm really enjoying doing this. I do like it, and I've put in a lot of work into making all the mods for this series, and it's going to be a bit of a waste if I then just have, discard it and don't go back to it. So that would be somewhat disappointing. So that's the plan, at least. This really isn't taking very long to do the planting, is it? I do like this drill. I'm rather fond of this drill, and I have found, especially with all of these different fields, that by only extending it out on one side, it's much, much easier to control the various different machinery. And yeah, you give it a little bit of a, a little bit out one side, so you just come out maybe this far on one side, but just having a big long extension on one side only allows for so much more control over what you're doing in the field. You don't accidentally go and plant the wrong field or do anything like that, which is something that has happened in the past, isn't it? We've done that. We've been there, we've gotten that t-shirt, and it's been very, very frustrating. Now, I got 1,300 litres of fertilizer left in this one, plus 132, and it says soybeans, but it's seed. I haven't got anywhere that I can sell the seed up here, and I don't need to keep this seed drill now. It's not going to be worth it. It costs like 138,000 to acquire, and I'm not going to be wanting it again until when? Let's just find out in a minute. September at the earliest. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. It's not worth me holding on to that seed drill for 5 months. The cost of leasing it over that 5 months will be higher than the cost of leasing it for one more time to start it over again. It's going to be more than 138,000. So we're going to need to return that one. 138,000 euros to go and plant that. It probably would have been better if we hadn't done that. It probably would have been better if we had gone and gotten a small thing to go and lease. Or even just buy a small, fairly standard seed drill and let the tractor just sort of poodle up and down the field a little bit. But I don't like doing things that way. It's too slow and tedious. Takes far too long. I don't want to do that. Now, I'm going to take a little bit... actually, I don't need to take a bit of a drive anyway. Out of the way, dog. I haven't named that dog. He's just called Dog. That's his name. He's called Dog. Don't judge me. He doesn't mind. He likes it. When I call Dog, he comes running. So he is called Dog. That is it. He has agreed with me that this is his name. He has never made any complaints. I have told him that if he doesn't like the name Dog, he may submit a request in writing to have it changed. And so far, all he's done when I've explained this to him is wag his tail and try to lick my face. So I'm going to assume that he's quite happy with the name Dog. Because otherwise he wouldn't be wagging his tail and trying to lick my face. He would be submitting a request for a name change in writing. So there you have it. I've given him the option, and he's chosen not to do anything about it. So he's clearly happy with the name that he's got. I could move another round of this over. Let's go and move one more lot of this. There's a little bit of manure in there that we can go and move as well. And I don't know if I've got all of another trailer. Nope, not quite. Okay, that's fine. I'll unhitch it. I'll leave it there. No point in moving it if it's not full. So that barley, it doesn't ripen in May. Oh, it doesn't actually ripen until July. I'm pretty sure we did plant that in September, which means it's a couple months. So we'll be doing grass harvesting here in May, and then June we'll be taking a breather, and then in July we'll be cracking on with a barley harvest, and possibly even the canola will be ready to cut by then. It might be that we've got to wait another day for the canola, because I can't remember if we planted it in August or not. And then there'll be the beans to do a bit later on. So we've got our work cut out for us across the summer when we come back to this. In the meantime, let's go back up here. Grab you. Load you up. How much you got? 100,000. It's not really a huge amount, but it's still money in the pot. Once it's processed through the BGA, it's still money in the pot, which is the important part. All right? That's the important bit. We make money. Cash. Cold hard cash coming in. That's what we want. Tip you out. That's that done. And donuts. So just go and have a look at these donuts. So I got some pizzas there. That's fine. There's some bread here, which I'm actually going to take over this way. And yeah, I'm just doing a gentle walk. But look at all these donuts. Strawberry donuts, chocolate donuts, plain donuts, more strawberry donuts. Donuts. We got lots of donuts. I'm going to run over here doing the crazy dance. And then I'm going to drop in all of that bread. Too far. 5,000 litres of bread. There we go. That's all full. And then we can come out here, and we've got all of the stuff down through here. There's a bit of spare starch there. Don't need to worry about that. But that bread means that we'll now start making croquettes in this factory. So there's a lot of stuff that we're making there, plus we're making all of these donuts now. How are we doing with eggs? We've got 4,000 litres of eggs left there. Down this way, we have got ketchup being made. We've got 5,000 litre pallets of ketchup coming out. Excellent. And then milk, I got 25,000 litres there. So everything is coming along quite nicely. We're making money. Things are being produced. Money is now coming out of the system, which means that we'll be able to upgrade the bottled milk plant. If we can upgrade the bottled milk plant, we'll be able to actually use up all of the milk that we're producing. Or at least, you know, a good chunk of it. Because right now, I've got milk sitting in that tanker that we've got, and I got another 110,000 litres of milk in with the cows still, that I can't do anything with. I'm not allowed to sell it. Go back over here. We will sleep the night. This is it, by the way. We're not going to actually get started on the grass. We've come to the end of the day. I just want to take a look and see what we've got lined up for when we come back to this series. If and when. I know. It's painful to admit that it might be an if, but let's be honest here. Let's be honest with ourselves, at least. It's an if rather than a guaranteed. I would like to, I really would, but it's still an if, and we have to be honest with ourselves. I've got all of that stuff over there. That's all looking tidy and tickety-boo and wonderful. And if I look in here, I've now got 203,000 litres of milk from the cows. The cows are still needing 2 million litres of food per year. The chickens are not producing any food right now because they ran out of food last night. Which means that I'm going to need to, as one of the first things I do when I come back, is feed the chickens. Fortunately, I have a little bit of barley left in here. And, yeah. So it doesn't quite produce, by the look of it, because that 21,000 litres there, I put 21,000 litres into the chickens when I already had more than that anyway. But I'm up to 3,000 chickens. They need, yeah, that's why. I had 21,000 litres. They need 32,500 litres per day. 500,000 per year now, which is a huge amount of food. Fortunately, I do have some growing out in his field out here. There we go. Look, see, barley right there. But it's some months away, so our chickens are going to be producing at half speed for a little while. Anyway, if you've enjoyed what we've done with this series so far, then excellent. Please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. Now, I realize that get them to come and watch as well might be difficult when I'm not actually doing this series anymore. But if you are also a time-lapse fan, as well as, you know, watching these, then maybe get your friends to come and watch the time-lapses for a while, because that's all that's going to be on the channel, at least for a trial period of I don't know how long. I'll see what happens. Again, apologies to those of you who are only here for this content. Maybe at some point in the future we'll be able to kickstart this again. I'm really hoping that we can, because I do really enjoy doing this. But I have to kind of face reality at the moment. But anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.